Yes, we are back. Back again in Train Sim World 6. Back again to do some more trips. Back again on the Riviera Line, where we're starting out here in Exeter. It's not Exeter, it's Plymouth. It's written on the sign right there. How stupid do you think I am? We're starting out here in Plymouth. We're going to do a run in an IET, not that one. The one behind me you can't see yet. From here in Plymouth to Exeter, and then we're going to go down to the Paignton type place in another type of train. That is the plan. For those of you watching on the YouTubes, hello. There'll be links in the can't speak. There'll be links in the doobly-doo below to where you can get this route. There'll be a link down there as well as the link below, which is a link below. There'll be other things. One of the linky things will be to the Twitch page where you can watch this madness live, because apparently I do this live, and another one to the Discord server as well. Good evening then to Trent, to Tiger, to Connor, to Sim, and yeah, I don't know who you was talking to, Sim, to McBone, to Stokey, and to Nige. Yeah, we're late because here's our train down here. I've fired a hang on.
62 mods, 62 mods, 62 mods, 62 mods, 62 mods, 62 mods, 62 mods. Oh, did I mention 62 mods?
No, you need to mention that, Nico. How many is it? Thank you very much. I fired a cannon. I don't know how. There's not the door. Hi, Magic Feet. Right, let's do that. Let's shove my thing in. Reverse it into forwards. We will unlock the doors. We'll find some lights. Hi, Colin. We will attempt to follow over here. Headlights. We go on full. And we're stopping at Newton Abbot, Teignmouth, Dawlish, and Exeter. That is the plan. 2 moths. That's many of the moths. Right, locked doors. Did you all get on? I'm guessing they did. Okay. We will do the locking of the doors. The doors are locking. Yeah, we're currently 3 minutes late. Are we actually going to stop at them? We'll find. How many knobs have I got? 1. Oh, which doesn't work. Okay, no, I'll fine. We'll do it the old-fashioned way then.
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. We'll be calling at Newton Abbot, Teignmouth, Dawlish, Exeter St David's, Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Castle Carey, Westbury, Pewsey, Bedwin, Newbury, Reading, and London Paddington.
Well, it stops at Bedwin, which is near me.
The next station is Newton Abbot.
Right, the next station is Newton Abbot, which is in 26 miles. That's many stops. We're only going as far as Exeter, obviously. In our cucumber. There we go, which is looking quite cucumber-like. So yeah, so we'll get to Exeter. We'll then get something to go down to Paignton. I've added in a mod because I like mods, and we'll see if we
AWS and AWS operational.
thank you. We'll see if it we'll see if we actually see it activated. Luke, thank you very much indeed for that. 13 of the month. Some say that's unlucky. I say you need mental help, but thank you, Luke. Right, let's get going. I saw a red then and panicked. I really like, some people don't like this GWR livery. I always think it's looked really smart. I do like it. Trains themselves are flipping uncomfortable, but I do like the livery. I think it suits the IET as well. Plain. We like plain things. I'm not going to run a red because I'm, you know, professional and all that. I'm not incontinent. Hang on, that's the wrong word. Incompetent. Right then, let's get going. 25 miles to Newton Abbot. And then we're stopping at other places apart from Newton Abbot. Where was it? Newton Abbot, Teignmouth, Dawlish and Exeter. Okay. I'm only 26. Less than 4 weeks to go till 27. 4 weeks yesterday. It always I don't know, it's the way I'd sit. I come in, I'd sit and eat food and I'm fine. I have a drink after I've ate food and I sit down here and I get the frog thing. I don't know if it's the way that I'm just so laid back here. It'll be fine. I do end up rushing my food, which isn't good for you, is it? Being a Russian with your food. That's a view. I've only done this journey a couple of times by train. The last 2 Januaries, in fact. I've never really paid attention to this bit, because Plymouth is the interesting bit when you leave Plymouth and go over the bridge, the Saltash Bridge. That's quite iconic. I wonder if we'll ever get to do that in this. Hopefully we do, because that'll be the connection then. That's what we want. We want Plymouth to St Austell. Have we ever done that exact journey in something other than a train? Well, not on the train tracks, no. I have done the back roads to St Austell quite a few times, where I've gone down to Cornwall and not wanted to be, you know, bored by dual carriageways. So I've gone A303 down through Exeter, down to Plymouth, and then cut across the bridge down through St Austell, which is what you try and do to avoid the traffic in the summer. Never works because you always get held up on the A303. Alright, power. So yeah, so I was going to start in Exeter, but I thought, well, then we'll only go, we won't get a chance to do both bits necessarily, because we'd end up in Plymouth, and then we'll have to go back to Exeter, and that'll be the stream done. Or we just do Paignton and back. So I thought, if I start in Plymouth, it means we can go to Exeter and then go to Paignton. Which almost sounds like I've planned things. And the date in game is the date I'm streaming this as well, which is the 1-3 of the 01 of the 2026. Hyacinth Bouquet. Is that like Trent trying to write that? It's pronounced bouquet. Yeah, when this route originally was announced, I thought it was only going to be the Exeter to Paignton, which I was going to be quite happy with. I thought, yes, this is going to be good, but then they sort of chucked in the fact that we got this Plymouth bit down here. I found some information out today, which I'm not allowed to share. But needless to say, February, if you're a train fan, is going to be good. I will share more information when I'm able, but next month is going to be a good month. Are we flat out? We are. We're flat out doing 65 miles an hour. 5 DLCs in one moth. That'd be a big moth. No, there's stuff being announced. One of which I'm very excited for, but again, I'm not allowed to say. All DLCs are free for 1 month. Yeah, not quite. Hang on, so we're not due at Newton Abbot till 9:14. It's 20 miles away, and we're not due there for half an hour. How is it going to be that long? I really do like these IETs and the way they sound on diesel. I don't think I've been on a few other of the variants, because there's the multiple other versions of basically the same train, isn't it? 802s, 4s, 812s, 827s, and 859s, and whatever the hell they are. There's loads, about 25,000 different variants of these. Is you'll be able to drive a train for all the... Yeah, the only streams I'll be doing in... Well, actually, no, I'm only doing one stream in February. That's the birthday. And that's my last stream. I don't miss the platforms. There's no evidence anywhere to suggest that I would ever either not stop at a platform, that I would run a red, or that I would overshoot a platform. It has never happened in any of the content I've put out. Not once. No, I didn't. No, that was there was a stutter on your internet. To you, it looked like I bounced off the buffers. I didn't. It was a perfect stop. You saw me approaching the buffers. You saw me approaching the buffers, and then your internet freaked out, and then I was parked back from the buffers. Oh, that's quite nice. You saw that as well. Well, your internet obviously freaked out as well, didn't it? Everyone had an internet problem. Because I'm professional. I am, you know... There is... It didn't happen. I am, you know... No, I am unprofessional. You lot have just... I'm hurt by that you would think anything other than me, that my professionalism doesn't come through on the... Look at this, see? Driving at the speed limit. I'm slowing down now because there's a 40-mile-an-hour temporary speed limit coming up. I'm obviously going to brake for that speed limit because that's what you're supposed to do. So I'm adhering by the rules. I think you're professional, just not drink driving. So you've not watched any of the other streams then, Nige? Okay, I might slow down a bit too early, but, you know, better to be careful. I should take a picture of me being professional. That's the Friday night stream after this one's finished. What about in OMSI? Hey, now there's videos coming in OMSI where I stop at the curb. Again, new year, new me. Professional up to 5:59. Alright, look, that's OMSI's fault. If I'm late, it's because OMSI hasn't got the right timetable. It's not my fault. Right, so here's our temporary speed limit then, which we're going through at under 40 miles an hour. Look at that, see? Professionalism. there's the end of the temporary speed limit, so now we can speed up again. See? Look! Professionalism. Right. 17 miles to Newton Abbot. Still know it's going to take 25 minutes. Problem is, it's going to hold me there. Have I been held at Newton Abbot? Don't think so. So tomorrow I'm not going to die. Well, hopefully not. I got plans for this weekend, so I don't really want to, but, you know, if it happens, it happens. I won't know anything about it, because, you know, I won't be here. I've ever been held lots of times. Not for a while, not for 7 months. Yeah, the downside, I think we're going to 17 miles, 60 miles an hour, 17 minutes. Oh, we might actually be... Okay, we might be late. If we're late, it's not my fault. I started late. I went past the red. Again, I'm hurt. We haven't seen much coming the other way, have we? I think there's a Voyager that came in as we were going out of Plymouth. That's all we've seen so far. I think they'd be fairly frequent. I actually looked to see if someone had done a different timetable mod for this. There isn't much out yet. I think because it's not been out much long. Wow, there was words. Because it's not been out very long. It's not been out much long. Oh, it's a train. Hello. HST. I don't think you could hear me say hello. Hello, is it me you are looking for? What would I do if you were far away? What was that from? Was that from a TV show? And what'll I do? It was from a TV show, wasn't it? I was Birds of a Feather. Oh, blimey. I don't remember that. Was that one of those shows that they tried to bring back again and it just failed? Someone's happy. I'm in a really good mood. I've been for a while. It's slightly concerning. So they brought back Will and Grace, and I loved Will and Grace originally. It was so good, and then he brought it back last year and it was awful. It's like, really, just give up. Don't give up on us, baby. Da, 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 da. Oh, I've been watching that Stella thing with Ruth Jones. First series, brilliant, awesome. Yeah, you caught that, Stokey. Thank you. Second series, brilliant. No, yeah, brilliant. Watched the first episode of series 3 last night, and it's one of those where obviously a lot of the cast that are in series 2 decided not to come back for series 3, so they tried to introduce new cast members, not replacing existing ones, but new characters. And I'm like, oh, I don't like them. So maybe one of those series now that, despite there was 6 series, I might have to give up on it at series 3. Shame, actually, because it's really good. Too young for David Soul. Yeah. I said, you know, on my birthday, I will be streaming, providing I survive Amsterdam and Germany. And we're going to do the same thing. I don't know what I'm going to stream. I'll probably be trucking. And we're going to do the same thing as we did last year. Not this year, last year, whichever year it was. I'm going to let you guys choose music and try and guess the year I was born, which obviously is 1999, so it's an easy one. And then what I'll do at the end of the stream is say how many songs were played from the year I was born. Obviously, there are certain people that are exempt from joining in, like Pat, Michael, Richard, Trent, Nico. Does YouTube have videos for 78s? Hey, Glenn Miller's there. Yes, you will. You'll be travelling back home. You might be having time for the end of the stream. So yeah, so that's going to be 4 weeks yesterday. So the 9th of Feb. It's my birthday. So yeah, so that weekend won't be streaming on the Friday. Won't be streaming on the Saturday. Won't be streaming on the Sunday. But we'll stream on the Monday. I might try. Well, I was thinking, could I do some sort of like mini little live stream from Wuppertal or something on the Saturday? But I think it'd be too difficult to do. I'll certainly try and do some sort of vlog. I did one on Instagram. Is it Instagram? I did one of the flight sim shows you went to years ago. I did like a little mini live stream and we're chatting to people. That was quite enjoyable, actually. Also, I'm Nigel's in the air on my birthday. I need a GoPro. I've got the DJI gimbal thing for my phone. No. Actually, the mic on the iPhones are pretty good. There are a few vloggers that just use the iPhone, and obviously the quality is fine. Tunnel. You could probably just buy a USB-C like lav mic. Right, so 11 miles to Newton Abbot. We're doing 60 miles an hour, so that's 11 minutes. No, we are going to arrive early. That's fine then. No, a lot of people I watch use those little DJI cameras, or will use a proper camera. I like those little stick cameras with the little tiny screen on, because you can just walk around with that in front of you. And the gimbal I've got's brilliant, but you're just carrying a whole device with you, and obviously then you can't use your phone, which isn't a bad thing. It's getting a bit foggy. We've gone from lovely weather to fog. I was chatting to someone at work about Malta today. They've been, and they said, yeah, Malta's an amazing place. After watching the sorted food vlogs from Malta. Well, it's January. February for those watching on YouTube. No one's got as far on YouTube. Who are we kidding? Right, yeah, I am expecting it to snow. Well, what I'd like to do then is when we get to Exeter is not go back into the menu to see if I can then just grab something going down to Paignton. Ideally a train, because, you know, grabbing like grandma going down to Paignton, probably complain a little bit. We must come down here again. Was it last year? Year before... No, year before last. Came down to Paignton. Was there like an hour and a half. Or an hour, I think, probably. Just enough time to get off the train at Paignton. Walk up and over the front to Goodrington. It was a really hot day. And then had to walk back to get a train again. Is that a green... Why isn't that signal showing on my little thingy at the top? You're not showing on my little thingy. Also watched quite a cool YouTube video yesterday. Appeared on my feed. I quite like how random things appear on your YouTube feed. A guy that said he's going to start up his computer. You know those background images you get on your Windows wallpaper. So like the Seven Wonders place and the sand dunes and stuff like that. And basically said he's going to start up his PC and whatever picture it is that's there on boot up, he's going to go there and recreate that picture. Well, it turns out that those backgrounds only get updated once a day, so we had to do something random. And it turned out that the picture he went to, was the one with the snowy mountains, and it was really cool. I'd love to have the guts to do something like that. Just to go, right, you know what, I'm going to book a flight, and I'm going to book a coach, and he booked a couple of hotels, and basically just went there and trekked for like 8 hours to get to the point where the photo is taken from for the Windows wallpaper. I looked to see if any of his other stuff was interesting, but then it wasn't, so I didn't bother subscribing. Right, we've got 8 miles to go. I think this is the longest bit of this journey, is this initial run to Newton Abbot. That's definitely getting a bit weathery now. Because it'd be nice if there were other runs that stop at these stations. I think there are, but I just chose one that, well, didn't. So it'd be nice just to do a full stopping service. That GeoGuesser's interesting. We tried something like that once, I think, on a stream, or we tried it on just Discord. But it didn't work. Alright, we've still got 10 minutes to get there, or 9 minutes to get there, and we got 6.7 miles to go. We were discussing COVID today at work, actually. Am I doing 60? No. Speed limit is 55, so I'm doing just about 50. we're talking about Perspex and the amount we had to source for sneeze screens and things at COVID, because I had to try and get some today. And it's like, that was, in a couple of months' time, that was 6 years ago. How time flies. It's the fact that we were putting them up and then we had to go back and take them all back down again. A lot of them just got skipped. Yeah, that was it was nice weather though, wasn't it? I remember walking around to see my old man every day, and it was just lovely weather, so no one complained really about being off. And the following year, because things were still building up for me at work, I spent, I think, 6 months of the following year just doing part-time, but on COVID wages, so just doing 5 hours a day. So I was finishing at, or 4.5 hours a day, so I was finishing at midday every day. That was a brilliant 6 months. Hi Amy Lou. I like to tell train jokes, sometimes they go off the rails. You've got a one-track mind, really. Thank you, Tom. Tomorrow, by the way, not doing single player, which has been the thing for the last few weeks on a Wednesday. Going to be doing some Portal 2. I think said Repo 2 one day. Some Portal 2 tomorrow, carrying on the adventure with Trenty tomorrow night. It's Tuesday, isn't it? Today's Tuesday. Tomorrow's Wednesday. Yes. Thursday night is OMSI. No idea what map I'm going to be doing, but that's Thursday night. Friday night, we're doing some bingo. So, bingo in Roblox, where you guys can join in if you wish. And then Saturday night is Repo. And then Sunday lunchtime, because I don't stream on a Sunday, it'll be farming. Alright, 4 miles to go to Newton Abbot, our first stop. The weather seems to have got quite weathery. I'm expecting snow. No, we haven't had any snow, but I reckon it's imminent. Looking at that out the window. .7 miles to go, 5 miles, sorry, 5 minutes to get there, and we're now flat out uphill again. We still only had one train go past us, that was the HST. Well, Voyager when we left Plymouth, and a HST halfway. It's dark outside. What, in a game or reality? You always cheat and put in custom weather. I like to, it's difficult. I'd love to be able to do real time, and I'll do that as the nights get later. So the next couple of months, I'll try and do, the actual date and time that I'm streaming it, because then that makes it more realistic. But I couldn't do like a 6 p.m. Oh, there's another train. I couldn't do a 6 p.m. start now because it'd be dark. Hi, Barry. Nights are definitely getting lighter. Worked out, it'll only be another couple of weeks, I reckon, another 3 weeks. And be able to leave my front curtains open. during the day. It's the moment I have to shut them because obviously the time I come home from work is dark. All my lights are on, like black ball illuminations. Just like your memory a bit foggy. Is that all the alcohol there, Tom? You're having who has Greg's for tea? No one has Greg's for tea. There's still someone 2 streets away that's got their Christmas lights up. So, do you not realise it's the middle of January? Oh, Jesus Christ. That's bad, Tom. Whatever website you're on, just remove it. Right, we have 2 miles to go. Oh, we had an announcement, didn't we? If you see something doesn't look right, points at Nico. Don't get that on the Eurostar, so I can't do that then. We won't get that on the train in Germany because it'll all be in, well, you know, German. There's a yellow. I see a yellow. It's been a while since Nico's bought a new car, or has he just kept quiet? When did he buy the last one? When did we go to Doncaster? September? Yeah, it's got to be a while. Could be the longest he's owned one, isn't it? Right, single yellow. Need to save now, yeah. Baby Stevie.
We are now approaching Newton Abbot.
Baby, well, one day hopefully. No, the other way round, Rich. They're going to name the baby Rodney after Dave. Hey, you know what? That's pretty much on time as well.
Platform 3 for the 0916 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, calling at Tinmouth, Dawlish, Exeter St David's, Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Castle Carey, Westbury, Pewsey, Bedwin, Newbury, Reading, and London Paddington.
See, professionalism. I was trying to tell you how professional I am. That's professionalism. I'm just underappreciated. Underappreciated, undernourished, under the boardwalk, under the moon of love. Shawaddy Waddy, wouldn't it? Under the moon of love. I liked a bit of Shawaddy Waddy. Anyway, next stop is Teignmouth. The Bruce Willis version of Under the Boardwalk is actually quite good. Fluorescent socks. Yeah, I had those. You were trendy if you wore 2 different colours. Oh, there's a video, that the sorted food video yesterday in Malta. They had something that they said was like, is a strawberry something that's an Australian dish that they said was like eating trifle. We need to find where we can try that, because that sounds really interesting.
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. We'll be calling at Teignmouth, Dawlish, Exeter St David's, Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Castle Carey, Westbury, Pewsey, Bedwin, Newbury, Reading and London Paddington.
There we go. Yeah, if you haven't watched it, I won't link it in the Discord.
The next station is Teignmouth.
Because no one ever watches anything. But it was really good 2 videos actually. Right, next station is Teignmouth. In 4.8 miles. Rapid acceleration away. Right, so making our way up to Exeter, and when we get there we're going to grab a service, probably 166 or something like that, and we'll take that down to Paignton. I already did. Oh yeah, I did, didn't I? I might have to remove it then. So I added a mod in. I want to see if we actually see the results of the mod on our way down to Paignton. Hopefully we do. I watch both before you stramming section. Okay. I can see clearly now, the fog has gone. I had to work when I came in from work. I'm not happy. So I was trying to work, eat food and watch a YouTube video at the same time. It was a rush. And I was still here on time, because that's, as Roy Castle used to say, was dedication or madness, one of the two. No, I was sat in the idea. Don't. I might have to do something after the stream as well. It's a long story. Right, go. No, I've got to work because someone forgot they had a middle name, not me. I actually really like the audio from this version. I'm glad they've added the diesel variant, which is the one that's getting used elsewhere now. There's a YouTube video coming up tomorrow? Could be tomorrow. Of the Midland Main Line. No, what's the purple trains? Whatever the purple ones are. Midland Railway, Midland Main Line. Anyway, one of those. No, then these Midlands. The purple? Ready purple? EMR, that's the one, yeah.
We are now approaching Tinmouth.
Yeah, someone's done a mod with a Midland, with a modern timetable with the EMR. Well, the colour's right, there's no livery. See, you're all solely disappointed, aren't you, that I'm not running a red and I'm arriving, if not on time, early. See? New year, new professionalism. No, I'm not saying anything there. No. YouTube. Right, next stop is Dawlish. And then up to Exeter. And then we will come back down to Paddington. Don't get the beat-a, 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 beat-a from the cab. Right, Dawlish then.
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. We'll be calling at Dawlish, Exeter St David's, Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Castle Carey, Westbury, Pewsey, Bedwin, Newbury, Reading and London Paddington.
First class accommodation is at the front of the train.
The next station is Dawlish.
Right, 2.5 miles to Dawlish. Look at that. That does look good. If that's how you're spelling it, Nico, remind me never to play Scrabble with you. Hey, I'm Northern, that's how I spell picturesque. Same with, I've played Scrabble with Trent. That was interesting. He kept sending his mum the pictures of the letters that was on his board and trying to get some help. No, there's a Q in there, in picturesque, just as a, you know, bit of a hint. queue picturesque. No, it's not that. Picturesque. It's got a silent queue. There you go. Knobhead got it. Oh, it is.
We are now approaching Dawlish.
It was quite cool when I was down here the other year, standing on here, trying to work out where the camera is. And people in the community did spot me in the camera. Right, we have arrived at Dawlish. It's nice actually. Got off there, walked down underneath the thing out to the beach. No, that's not on that camera, no. That's on the other camera.
Platform 2 for the 0928 Great Western Railway service to London Paddington, calling at Exeter St David's, Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Castle Carey, Westbury, Pewsey, Bedwin, Newbury, Reading and London Paddington.
It's a lovely part of the country. I'm not just saying that because I've been down here a lot. It is really, really nice. Devon and Cornwall and Somerset and Dorset. It's just such a lovely area of the country. The UK's got a lot to offer. Right, Exeter then, 11 miles. Not this service. This gets cut across country.
Welcome aboard this Great Western Railway service to London Paddington. We'll be calling at Exeter St David's, Tiverton Parkway, Taunton, Castle Carey, Westbury, Pewsey, Bedwin, Newbury, Reading and London Paddington.
It cuts sort of diagonally from Taunton across to Reading, basically.
The next station is Exeter St David's.
I was getting dangerously close to going Bristol. Yeah, there are nice places in the country. Bristol isn't one of them. I'm not a fan of Bath either. Never heard of Castle Carey. Have I been? Did I get dragged there? I'm sure I've been there. I think I did. Done Bedwin. Newbury. You got on the train Newbury? I think we did. It's a lovely line. It's when I was going to look at getting down to Penzance. It was trying to take me to Reading and then this line down. It was so cheap. I could have got a ticket for like 12 quid going to Penzance in the GWR sale. Oh yeah, don't go anywhere near there when Glastonbury's on. I think the GWR sale's finished now. Right, yeah. So we're not stopping at Dawlish Warren. Yesterday, all my troubles seemed so far away. Now it looks as though I'm here to stay. Right, 10 miles then. 75 limit coming up. I'm in a good mood, leave me alone. So yeah, when we get to Exeter, we're going to see if we can grab a service going down to Paignton. Either 150 or 166. 166 preferably. But we'll see. We'll see if we can do it without going back to the main me and you. That is the plan, Stan. Are there two audio channels so you can just hear the train noises? So you want me to... I was actually toying with, right? I'm pretty sure the ETS2 video I've got to try and recreate for March to mark 10 years of putting YouTube content out in ETS2. The first one I don't think I spoke in. I'm too scared to go back and watch it again. I was actually toying with recreating it but not speaking. Just literally just start the game, not say a word, and just drive, and then just say thank you at the end or something. Nigel would be impressed, and that's going out in March, so. See, that's my plan for this weekend, is to get that done, which I know it's not till March, but well, next weekend I'm out for the day on the Saturday. The weekend after I want to get everything sorted ready for Brussels and Germany. The weekend after that we're away, and then that's going to be middle of February. You've always got to pick your seats when you're doing this journey. You've got to make sure on the way down you're sat on the left hand side of the train, and on the way back you're sat on the right hand side of the train. So you can see the views. And as it's dark, that's why I wasn't bothered when we came back from Brussels the first time, I think, yeah, and the second time. Didn't care, it was dark. It'll be light both times on the Eurostar. But French countryside and Belgian countryside, not really much going on. It's only when you come back into the UK it gets a little bit interesting. It's only as you approach London you're still doing like stupid speeds. You're like, we're supposed to arrive in 10 minutes. We're still flat out. I'm just amazed how quickly you get to the Eurotunnel. It's like 30 minutes after leaving St Pancras, you're in the tunnel. You know, you've barely sat down and tried to block out whatever Trent's gibbering on about. No problem. I'm the one sat next to you. You got to sit next to Nico. Haha. Right, there is a yellow. You are on one of them. So we both do one journey going forwards. You both do one journey going backwards. I don't know which one is which. That's why we're all sat in the same seats on both journeys. So one of them you're facing forwards, one of them you're facing backwards. You don't even notice. Because the speed you're doing, and don't forget, you're not stopping. You're only stopping at Lille, and then the next stop is London. You don't even notice which way you're going because it's so smooth. Alright, we have 75, 2.5 miles to go to Exeter. We're due in at 9:39. It's currently 9:36. Then we'll see what we can get going down to Paignton. Playing Uno, you can. Here's the new station. Came down here about a week after it opened. What a weird station. It's like an odd new station right in the middle of an industrial estate. Rather bizarre. It's useful for work as an industrial estate. Thing is, if you work at that industrial estate and you drive to work, would you honestly stop driving to work and get the train? Because you still got to drive to your local train station, get the train, and okay, it's handy when you get off the train, but then say you finish work at 5, and if you've got, say, a 40-minute drive home, the next train isn't until 25 past 5, you're going to be later going home getting the train than you would be driving. I'd still continue to drive. Alright, so there's a 166. That's the service we want to be doing when we get there. I get with, like, we were there day one, I think, but one of the Bristol stations that opened. We were on the first train in. First passenger train into that station, which meant getting up at silly o'clock in the morning, and Reading Green Park as well was on the first train in. So those sort of stations I can understand. So if you're, you know, normally getting the bus to work and you can just walk to the train station, I get that. Ashley Down, yeah. So I get those ones. And if you're local and you're going to go into Bristol or into Reading for shopping and stuff, then yeah, you get the train because it might be cheaper. Alright, we are arriving at Exeter. On time. You noticing that? On time. See? It sounds like I'm just about to miss a train.
This is Exeter St. David's.
Right.
Tiverton, Taunton, Castletown, Westbury, Pusey, Bedwin, Newbury, Reading, and London Paddington.
Okay. So now we want to find the next service going to Paignton.
Doors closing. Footbridge. Doors opening. Lift going down.
Plymouth. Hang on, it's a 150. Hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on, hang on. How the frick can we get? No! No, 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 no.
Doors open. Lift going down. Doors closing. Platform. Doors opening. Lift
Okay.
going.
Only.
Right, where are you going? Exeter. Handy. So, you're not the one that you're the one that I want? Yeah, it's terminating. So 950 is going to Exmouth. So that's going the other way round. So we want the other, probably the other side now, isn't it? Hang on, steps. 5, 6, 7, 8. Paynton. There we go. 9:59. Platform 3. Okay. Bee-da, bee-da, bee-da. Okay, so that one sods off to London.
The next train to arrive at platform 1 will be
So let's speed up time.
Great Western Railway service exit St. Paul-Dick Newton at Lint. The next train the next train through the route exit.
Is anything going to arrive or depart? So we're hoping for a 1-6. There's a Voyager. Hang on. What's an East Midlands train doing here? Why is there an East Midlands train in Exeter? Oh, please don't say that's going to be my train. Yeah, I think that's going to be my train. Because that was the next train on this platform. Right, so the Voyager's going to go. Oh no, it's gone. Rapidly. Yeah, where was that? Where was that East Midlands train going? I wonder if that's timetabled then. I'm intrigued. Right, let's have a look at the thing. Yeah, 9:59 to Paynton. Well, I wasn't even on the board. Ow, sorry. Oh, HST. Oh, where were you going? Off to Penzance. That's the 10:12 to Penzance. Don't know. I'll have a look at the timetable when we get down to thingy. Tomorrow, by the way, back with some Portal 2, continuing the multiplayer in that. Thursday night, we're doing some OMSI. I got no idea which map. One of the UK ones. Lincolnshire, wherever it is. Okay, that wasn't the 10-12. Friday night, we're doing some bingo, which you can join in with. Saturday night, we got some repo again. See if we can get past level 4. And then next Sunday lunchtime, back on the farm. Right, is this our train? Yeah, I think this will be our train. So 150 down to Paynton. What was that? I heard something. So not a 166. No. That's fine. Oh God, it's raining. Right, let's put time back to 1. Okay, let's get on board then. You out. There we go. Right, is my thing in? Yep, thing's in. Reversey is in. Forward. We'll open the window. Lights are on day. We won't. Wiper. Turn the wiper off for a minute. Yeah, I think we're going to get a bit of snow. So we're calling at Dawlish Warren, Dawlish, Teignmouth, Newton Abbot, Torquay and Paignton. So down to Paignton this time. In the 150. Yeah, I'm intrigued by that East Midlands. Like, there's nothing would run down here, would it? I know GWR end up down in Portsmouth and stuff, and go to Gatwick, or used to go to Gatwick. I don't know if they still do. Does East Midlands run anything down here? They can't, surely. It must have been a train on loan. Like the first time we went to Barry Island, it was a Northern 150. I've been to Barry Island 3 times in the last like 5 years. I think 3 years. That's enough for anybody, I think, isn't it? No one needs to go more than that. That's definitely snowing. Right, 10 miles to Dawlish. See the hours some of these engines have got on them. Because literally they're started first thing in the morning and most of them are running all day, aren't they? I know maintenance schedules must be good, but yeah, that's got a little bit snowy. And got a bit of a snow catcher, snow pusher plough thing on the front. Yeah, I forgot how good a line this was. See, there's a few good lines coming this year. I'm looking forward to the to Darmy line. Also, we got the missing bit of the West Coast Main Line coming. Was it Preston to Crewe to Preston? One of the bits. Hopefully, we're going to get the Milton Keynes to Crewe. That'll be good. So yeah, it's going to be a good year. Right, let's put my wiper on. Hi, Mrs. Nico. Hang on, surely that name's not right, is it? Because you're not yet Mrs. Nico. So we're not stopping at the new stations then. We're just wanging it straight down to Dawlish. Nico, other half. I'd still be the size of a normal person, wouldn't it? Half of Nico. It's definitely looking a bit snowy. Considering we just came up here 15 minutes ago and it wasn't covered in snow. Sounds like a school teacher. Good morning, Miss Rogers. Morning, class. Sit down. Miss Steve, only on a Sunday night. Oh, promises, promises. You notice I'm also now adhering to the maximum speed limit of the train. See? This thing's got maximum speed of 75. I'm not going to do more than 75. Told you, professional. You're a carer, yeah, for Nico. He needs a lot of care. Right, we got a temporary speed limit coming up as well. So we'll do the braking. I don't know how I like this being professional. It's unnerving. Considering a lot of people followed over COVID because I was, well, being me. Our ex-comrade only followed because I ran a red in Train Sim World, and he was like, "Yeah, this guy's a fool." I'm sure it won't last. You wait till tomorrow in the portals, and Thursday in OMSI, and Friday in Bongo. I'm on Virgin Media. Well, I don't use the Wi-Fi from the Virgin box. I've got a separate router that I feed sat next to the Virgin box, and that gives me a better spread throughout the house. You're at a disadvantage in Portal. I know I got to put up with Trent. Hold the phone, okay. Yep, now what? What slanner? We all know that Trent is better at Portal than you. At some point this year, and I will do this, I will get Trent here for a weekend. Or we're actually thinking the early May bank holiday, because he's got the weekend off. We'll get Trent here for the weekend, and we'll get him to sit in the hot seat for a stream in OMSI to show how it's done, and maybe in something else as well. Michael! 63 of the months after a short hiatus, and understandably a needed hiatus. You don't think I am now? You don't think I am now what? You bloody are. You booked it off. You just say to your boss, sorry, I've made plans. It's quite simple. You're entitled to holiday, Trent. She has time off and leaves you on your own. You'll take Trent's place? No, you're an idiot. Michael did message me today, which was rather nice. Did warn us he'd be back. Right. 2.3 miles to Dawlish. Running a little bit late now because of the snow. Well, just make sure you got it off, Trent. It's fine. Right, 1.9 miles to Dawlish is Warren. That you just described Tiger quite well there, Michael. Things haven't improved while you've been away. We've got a red. Down towards Dawlish's Warren. Warren's one of those places in Cornwall where you get the Cornish pasties, isn't it? It was quite nice last year, having a Cornish pasty in Falmouth. I know. There we go. We have the green, left-hand indicator on.
We are now approaching Dawlish Warren.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
I hope in Train Sim World 7 or whatever it is we get this year, that we get announcements for all the routes, because that would be awesome. Left hand out the cab, flapping about. Yeah, and also the indicator on. God, I remember, what motorbike did I have? I had a Suzuki TS185 that had no indicators. Having to ride and indicate with your arm, that takes some concentration. I'm a professional gamer. You can't call me a dimwit. That's not very nice. No wonder I feel unloved in life. I rang Nico last night. I must have come in, put my phone down on the side. I instantly tell the Amazon device to play some music. And I must have rung Nico somehow when I put the phone down. Because I normally play some music, do my sandwiches for work, go upstairs, get changed, come back down, then start doing my food. And so it's all Nico heard me say was, Amazon device, play some music. Like I wasn't having a long conversation with Planty, wouldn't it? Good thing I didn't have the ex-comrade's phone number still in my phone. Imagine ringing him. That would have gone down. He wouldn't have answered anyway. Right, Dawlish in 1.5 miles.
The next station is Dawlish. This is a Great Western Railway service to Paynton.
I rang you before you had music on. It literally must have been... Because normally the first thing I do when I come in the door, take my coat off, take my trainers off, put my bag down. Okay. And then tell the Amazon device to play some music. Right, 1.4 miles to Dawlish. Yeah, rucksack with my work laptop in, lunchbox in. Train. Yeah, around here there's the bit that collapsed years ago. You did DIY. DIY. I've still work laptop home because like tonight I had to do some work when I came home. Right, we're now arriving at... It's looking good. Hang on, what's Colin taking pictures of? Don't post those sort of pictures in the Discord server. DM them to me.
Dawlish, please mind the gap between the train and the platform and take care when stepping down from the train.
That's what Snapchat's for. Right, you have arrived at Dawlish. Hang on, does this mean Colin might actually join us for bingo on Friday? Oh God, what have we started? Getting a PC on Saturday. Okay. Ah, right. Well, at least it gives you a bit of time to get it set up and stuff. If you need any help with getting things installed Steam-wise and stuff, just give us a shout. Obviously, remove all the bloody antivirus crap, which I'm sure they've put on as freebies. Repo, then. Yeah, just don't ask Nico for advice, no. On anything. Right, Teignmouth is next. Nice pier at Teignmouth.
The next station is Teignmouth. This is a Great Western Railway service to Paynton.
Do you ever want to find out if that EMR train is on the timetable as well? Well, I'm disappointed. I put a mod in that's supposed to have the waves. Oh God, that changed. The waves going over the tracks at Dawlish. Unless it's just in really rough weather and not, you know, snow. It is a bit snowy. I'll be your dog. Yeah, that's definitely getting a little bit snow-like now. Right, we've got 2 miles to go to Teignmouth. To make our way down to Paynton. Definitely a little bit snowy. It must be really cool being a driver in this weather. Obviously you've got adhesion to worry about, haven't you? So I just imagine you're thinking a lot about your braking. I know I'm late, it's because of the weather. I'm disappointed that mod didn't work. Because the mod showed waves coming over the tracks. I thought that would have been quite cool. Alright, a mile to Teignmouth. Tomorrow, by the way, back with some Portal 2. Continuing that in multiplayer with Trent. Thursday night, we've got some OMSI. We're going to be doing one of the routes, Lincolnshire, one of those up north, somewhere, Yorkshire, I don't know, one of them. Friday night is music night. No, it's not. What's the name of the guy? There's an old boy, wasn't he? He had a studio up north somewhere. Coming live from my place to your place. That was a really good show. Anyway, that's Friday night. There we go. And then Saturday night we got some repo. And then Sunday night, Desmond Carrington. Was it Desmond Carrington?
Platform 1 for the
That was lucky.
Great Western Railway
Yeah, he did.
Paynton, calling at Newton
Friday night
Paddington,
is
Torquay and Paynton.
bingo. I got distracted by Friday night's music night. I remember the JY prog as well. Before stupid, flipping shouty Jeremy stupid Vine ruined Radio 2. 26. Yeah, 26. Only for another 3 weeks and 6 days. Right, Newton Abbott is next.
The next station is Newton Abbott. This is a Great Western Railway service to Paynton.
I mean, 3 weeks this Friday. I've got to spend 4 days with 3 idiots. And break. No, I'm guessing he's not stopping there. It has soon. Well, like everything, the meetups that we organise. Yeah, I've got to book. Actually, I've got to go and book my. Got to book my hotel to go and annoy Trent at Easter. You're really feeling. Can you feel the love tonight? I've got to book my hotel to go and see Trent at Easter. Well, if you ain't coming down here now in May, I've got to come and see you, haven't I? Keep trying to invite you down here. I'll message your mother. No, you said you're working now. Sod ya. Messaged him. Book May early May. Book Easter off. Can't. Okay, book the early May bank holiday off. Friday and Saturday. Yep, done. Useless. We'll have to plan something then next couple of weeks. See how we can break Colin in gently. Quiz. Hey, we have to do a quiz. Get Michael in quiz as well. We'll see who's around when. So I know Michael obviously works some shifts and Colin doesn't, or does. Yeah, as I think Nige says, there is an EMR timetable in this. It's good to have you back, Michael. It really is. I have missed you, buddy. But understand that your mind's been elsewhere. Yeah, I know, Colin. But it'd be nice to try and plan something for your first stream. Maybe a bit of bingo or something. Or quiz. Or balls. Balls to you as well. See, people leave the community, but they can't stay away forever. Although yours wasn't intentional either. I'm just too lovable. Yes, you can leave. You really need to get out more, Michael. No. You can't leave, Trent. Where does the queue start? Give me 2 reasons. Because you're really important to me, Trent, and I think you'd miss me as much as I'd miss you. There you go. Good enough? Thing is, I thought that of the 2 ex-comrades that soon changed their mind about me and fecked off, so you never know. Right, 700 yards to Newton Abbot.
We are now approaching Newton Abbot.
I just said that.
Mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
I will. I don't plan on getting off the train at Newton Abbot because I'm going all the way to Paynton's and I'd just be stupid. Fancy doing Landon next week. Might do the Mild May next week. I was thinking about what to do. A week after, I think it's got to be Wuppertal. Although there's a YouTube video going out on it. I think we'll do Wuppertal. Oh, you haven't heard the news, Michael, have you? We found out on Sunday? Sunday. We found out on Sunday that there is something severely wrong with Mrs. Nico. I mean, seriously. Seriously. That we thought we had issues, but seriously. Because Nico proposed and she said yes. So, you know, we spent time with Nico.
Platform 1 for the 10:35 Great Western Railway service to Paynton, calling at Torquay and Paynton.
Platform 1. Oh, we got a couple of minutes. Right, you know what that means. Let's go hunt for a baldy. Baldy. I see one. I see 2. You are a baldy and so are you. They're bongos with their heads. Oh, bless you. You got a cold? Oh, God. Never heard that before.
Platform 2 for the 10:32 Great Western Railway service to Penzance, calling at Totnes, Plymouth, Biscard, Bodmin Parkway, Parr, St Austell, Truro, Redruth, and Penzance.
See, in theory, we could take this one back down to Plymouth now. We won't because we're going to Paynton, but, you know, we could. Oh, for God's sake, I don't want to play... No! Got a snowy fire extinguisher. Shut that door. Oh, shut that door. Who's that? It was Larry Grayson, wasn't it? Reminds me of Tiger when he's older. Have you bought any cars this year? We had that discussion earlier. There's been a while since Nico's bought a car. The last one was on the way to the meet-up in Doncaster. Drove to Newcastle and bought a car. Ooh, I could crush a grape. Oh, what was his name? Was he in Tiswas? Was he in Tiswas? I forgot his name. What 26-year-old knows Larry Grayson? Was he in... Oh, it was Crackerjack, was it? We've now got to wait for that IET to go. I suppose we've still got 2 minutes yet, so that should get ahead of us as we make our way down to Margate. Nope, down to Paint and no, Crackerjack. I suppose it's got crack in it, but yeah, I did see it. I don't know why Crackerjack got blocked by Nightbot or Automod. But it did. Oh, there we go. It got loud. Crackerjack! At least you didn't get a blankety blank checkbook and pen. There's a checkbook nowadays. Who writes checks? I get sent. Did Crackerjack. See, it's got blocked again. Checkers? Was Checkers in Crackerjack? I'm sure he was in... Yeah, he was in the first season of Stella that I've been watching, Keith Chegwin. Obviously, he's dead now. And Russell Grant was in it as well. It's like, wow, okay, blast from the past. Right, we are waiting to depart to make our way down to Paynton. I'm guessing this has got time built in, maybe to coincide with that IET coming in. That got held, Michael, surprisingly, because you used the word crackerjack. Hang on, let me see if I can do it, because the mods are falling asleep. There we go. Main percent of the British children's television series Crackerjack were Eamon Andrews, Leslie... Leslie Crowther, Michael Aspel, Ed Stewart. I know Ed Stewart was in it, and Stu Francis. Eamon Andrews was the one that did This Is Your Life.
The next station is Tor. This is a Great Western Railway service to Paynton.
Really, Sim? Really? Leslie Crowther. Blimey. 26. Right. Tor is next. God, yeah, there are blasts in the past. Rusman and oh God, has Dorset been on the crippled cock? Eamon. Not Rusman and Andrews. Yes, Rusman Andrews. I'm not saying anything about remembering when TV used to go off at like midnight. The national anthem played, and that was it. There was no more TV. Oh, go to bed then. Right, Tor, then it's Torquay, and then Paynton. That might be all we do. That concludes today's broadcast. Yeah, it was. I don't quite remember Channel 4 starting. Not that old. I remember Channel 5 starting up. Well, there's a thing on QI. The woman on the test card has been on TV more than any other person in the world. She's had more hours on TV than any other person in the world. We said this before, but does anyone remember there's a cable show, I think, a cable channel called Live TV? It was broadcast from Canary Wharf, I think it was their studios. And they had topless darts at 11. I wasn't sure at that age. It didn't last long as a channel. Yeah, and the News Bunny, yeah. I watched a thing on, 11 in the evening. I watched a thing because obviously MTV's pulled their UK or European shows thingy, wouldn't it? I actually watched an interview on YouTube with Ray Cokes, who used to have a show on MTV live, and then I remember him being on VH1, and used to have a night, every night he'd have a show at like 9 PM or something, and it was fantastic. It was so much fun. Used to watch it for him and not for like the music. He's still going. He's now, does a radio show in Germany. He obviously must live in Germany now. So blimey, that was a blast in the past. Yeah, the weather in Norwegian. Blimey, that does make me feel old. 26, 27 soon. Thanks, Tiger. I know who to ask next time I want to make myself feel better. At least the ex-comrade used to tell me I wasn't old. You're not old, love you, lovely, all that. No. Wasn't there, I can't remember when it was. It might have been the 40s or 50s. Obviously, I'm not that old. I've only heard about it being mentioned. It wasn't there a news broadcast where there basically was no news. So literally nothing had happened, so there was no news. I'm a priceless antique. I am. Right. We got a 45 limit just round here. Oh, good bloody creep in now, you. Some of us don't think you're old. That's only because you're older than me, Nige. Or maybe. Are you human? Or are you dancing? Alright, around we go. Some of us have seen you in real life and could comment, but won't. Thank you. I feel old currently. I'm in a good mood, but I'll be glad when this Friday's done at work. You'll be older in 15 days, you old git. We're actually early at Tor, so there must be a lot of slack built into this timetable. Again, unless it's to coincide with other trains. So they hold you at Tor. You start getting as old as Nigel, I'll start worrying.
We are now approaching Tor.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform and take care when stepping down from the train.
Right, braking. Yeah, Tor is a hill, isn't it?
Platform 1 for the 1046 Great Western Railway service to Paynton,
Glastonbury Tor, it's Glastonbury Hill.
and Paynton.
Remember when you used to be a toy boy? Ever been a toy boy? No. Oh. No, I've never gone out with anybody older than me. Maybe a couple of one-night stands, but never actually been in a relationship with anybody older than me. My ex was 3 years younger than me. My ex was 9 years younger than me. He reminds me of that every time it's his birthday. Right, we've got to wait until 10:46. And then we depart on our way to Torquay and then Paynton. So he's 17. He is 17 now, yes. That's definitely weathery. I didn't get a message from him at Christmas. He might be dead. You know, I normally get a message from him on Christmas Day going, Happy Christmas. I did text him on his birthday, so I'll see if I get a birthday message. Did last year. He was surprised that I was actually away. What do you mean you're in Belgium? Oh, in Belgium? What are you doing there? This year it'll be do anything. I'm in Belgium again. I've still got another minute. Hang on, that nearly went to Baby Shark then, didn't it? I had to stop myself. In my head, I was thinking, what's that? No, I'm not doing Baby Shark. I was just about to go into it. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. You've left Belgium. No, I leave. No, we leave Belgium on my birthday morning. Train out is 11 o'clock. Because I get back into the UK at midday because of the time difference. I'll have left the others. Oh, God, yeah. I won't have. Yeah, once, I think, Saturday morning, they'll get up and go, right, Steve said to meet him at 6 o'clock in the morning and we're driving to Wuppertal. Where's the car? Message me going, someone stole on the car. I'll be like, no, I'm at the Eurostar terminal. Nico will still be in bed. Yeah, we got bets on that Nico won't be up. Right, Torquay.
Service to Paynton.
Service to Paynton.
Hello there. I see you doing that flying thing.
No, it's trains. Right, Torquay. That's quite loud as well. I need to reduce the volume of those. Is Tony about this evening? I don't know where he is. Heard from him last week, didn't we? Michael's here, Tony time. You've missed Tony, Michael. He was about over Christmas, I think. Good thing I'm not going to be drinking when we go to Germany. I will be having some beers on my birthday. Oh, you did appear in London. Yeah, that's right.
Platform 1 for the 10:49 Great Western Railway service to Paignton, calling at Paignton only.
Calling at Paignton only. I can't wait for us to get more routes with announcements. Makes me look forward to new routes. Tony is a twat. Tiger is a twat. Perfect match. No, I don't even think Tony can tolerate Tiger. There's a limit. Right, Paignton. And we'll have to see what that EMR service is all about.
The next station is Paignton. This is a Great Western Railway service to Paignton.
I'm changing mine. I'm doing first class. Birthday weekend. I'm going to treat myself. I need to look up flights to Malta. I'll see how easy it is to get to Malta. They flew out on a Jet 2 from... I don't know where that would have flown from. That would have been Stansted? Luton? Well, see, I think they must have been there in the summer. I don't think it's Heathrow, not Jet 2. God, you wouldn't get a budget airline going out of Heathrow. Why do you think EasyJet and the likes don't fly out of Heathrow? Because of the landing fees. Luton. Well, we were going to fly for... No, we're going to fly into Luton when we were going to go to Fuerteventura last summer. Going to fly out of Gatwick and fly back to Luton. Stansted, Luton and Gatwick. They're all fairly easy to get to. Luton's obviously easier. From my side, Luton and Gatwick are the easiest to get to. Luton, because I was going to go and park at Luton. And that was really cheap parking as well. Right, down into Paignton. Right, double yellows. EasyJet goes from... The thing is, Bristol's a pain. It's just such an awkward airport to get to. Certainly to drive. I think if I was going from Bristol, I wouldn't drive. I'd probably bus it to Bristol, or maybe drive to Parkway. Yeah, it's just a pain in the ass. We do work there, and it's a nightmare. Birmingham's quite good, actually. It's probably quicker for me to get to Birmingham Airport than it is Bristol. It's Cardiff. God, can you imagine Cardiff Airport in the summer? Could you imagine it on flights going to Mallorca? Jesus Christ. I'm not posh, not by it, but I just when I came back from Belfast, it was on EasyJet back to Liverpool, and my God, that was an eye-opener. And that was only a half an hour flight.
We are now approaching Paynton.
Please mind the gap between the train and the platform, and take care when stepping down from the train.
Right, in we come. Into Paynton. One of those towns, a bit like Paul. I think Paul's one of the worst ones. Lincoln's probably got the worst crossing. But the amount of times, every time I go to Paul, I get stuck at the barriers because there's a train coming. The amount of times I've been stood here as well, trying to get across the high street, and there's trains going in and out. Well, Pina posted something about Nordic Air. I know I keep banging on about America, but Pina posted something about Nordic Air. And although it's like a budget transatlantic flight type thing, but it's ridiculously cheap. Well, how cheap you can get to America. The Lincoln one's been pedestrianised. Yeah, we were there last year. When did we go to Lincoln? Was it beginning of last year? No, the green one was with us, so that must have been 18 months ago. Yeah, I want to fly somewhere this year. When we did Derby. Oh, was that same week? Oh, it was, wasn't it? Yeah. So that was June? So yeah, 18 months ago. Blimey. That was a brilliant... I thoroughly enjoyed that week. Was it May? Did 5 days in Derby. Went to Alton Towers. Went to Lincoln. Went and did the Lake District thing. Lake District? Peak District thing. That was a brilliant 5 days. Thoroughly enjoyed that. One of the best holidays I've had in a long time for that length of time away. Right. Let's go back to the menu then and see if we can see that EMR service quickly and see if we can do that. I think it might just be an out of the depot thing. But why is it down here? Why, Delilah? 158. Yeah. So it is taken from Exeter Yard to Exeter St David's. A 1 minute service. Why not? Why is that 3 minutes? Return this fueled coaching stock to Exeter New Yard. Okay, let's do the 3 minute one then. Yeah, it could be the fact it's the only 158 livery. What would it be then? Do GWR on 158s? Yeah, they do, don't they? Yeah. And I wonder, I bet there's a mod. I bet someone's done a mod to put this in a GWR livery. Yes, it's just been fueled up. I bet I got to do the denied. Wait, signal. What's coming down here? SWR? Does SWR run down here? Yes. So it could be an SWR service instead of East Midlands then. They do run. Yes, that's right. What? So we got a red. Another red. And we got to stop there. Where there's another red. But what's stopping us? The only thing I can think of is something's coming down here. But that's a red. So there's nothing coming the other way because it's got reds. It's not, unless it's that train there. I'll wait for that to clear the green here. Is that what it is? That's a red. But that's the red directly in front of me. Yeah, we got the yellow now. One thing I'd love to do, well, I booked it last year. One thing I'd love to do this year is last year we booked to do 24 hours in Fuerteventura, which unfortunately had to cancel because of idiots, like 2 weeks before, which cost me a lot of money. Anyway, I think the idea of doing that was going to be brilliant. Literally I think it was like 23 hours or something we had between arriving and departing. Booked a hire car, booked a hotel, and I think the flights cost like 80 quid return. I think did Pina go somewhere for a day last year or the year before? He flew somewhere, spent the day, and then flew back late. That's something I'd love to do. Is go, right, early flight out from somewhere, and late flight back. Even if it is bloody Benidorm or something for a day, I think that would be hilarious. You can just get a budget flight because you won't need a bag, you won't need clothes. Was that it? Yeah, well, you've got the advantage, Trent, being close to an airport, haven't you? You did a day return flight, Brisbane to Sydney. Yeah, I just think doing something like that. I said, when we've done days out, I said last January, me, Trent, and Ethan did a day trip to Brussels. So left Swindon early hours of the morning, drove to the outskirts of London, got the train in, went across on the Eurostar, did the day in Brussels, back to the car, back home again. It was a long day. It's like a 19-hour day, but it shows what you can do in a day. And when we've done day trips like down to Penzance and then doing St Ives and back in a day, or like the meetup we did 3 years ago where we did York and back in a day, and I've done Southend and all sorts. It's surprising how far you can go and what you can do in a day. So that's some of the things for this year. You know, an early flight from something like Luton, drive there. Doesn't matter if you've got to leave the house at 4 a.m. Get up, drive there. Early flight, couple of hours flight to somewhere, spend the day, get back, drive home. Done. Especially places like Luton where it's easy jet. You could probably get a flight to Mallorca or something like that, or even mainland Spain really cheap, like on a random Tuesday or something. So that's the sort of thing I want to do this year. Anyway, there we go. A successful and somewhat, if I have to say, professional stream, as always. They always are. More trains back next Tuesday. Well, I think I might do the mild May next week. Obviously going to be doing the one that goes by Wuppertal the week after that, because we'll be on a bit of that in 3 weeks time. But yeah, I think I might do the mild May next week, which is down here somewhere, isn't it? The mild May line. I don't know if there's any mods available for that, but we'll do a bit of... Why is there a Voyager on the mild May line? Hang on a minute. Clapham to Stratford. Sorry, what now? Oh, only going Stratford to Willesden. Ooh. That could be interesting. That's obviously a bit of layering going on there. Well, I think we've got to do that, haven't we? And then we got the 378 as well. Just doing the mild May. So back again. Yeah, that's next week then. We'll do the mild May line. So there we go. That's next Tuesday. Next stream though, tomorrow night. Back with Trenty to do some Portal 2. Thursday night is some OMSI. We're going to do Lincolnshire or Yorkshire, one of the shears up that way. Friday night we're playing some bingo, which you can join in with. And I haven't gone yet. And then Saturday night we're doing some more repo. And then Sunday afternoon we will be back on the farm doing something together. Because I haven't gone yet, because that's what we do. So there we go. Thanks to you lot in chat for keeping me company throughout that one. I haven't gone yet. I'll be back. Unfortunately, I haven't gone yet. I haven't gone yet. I'll be back. Really? I'll be back tomorrow night with Trenty. So thanks to you lot. I haven't gone yet. To these people as well. Thanks to Nico, Luke and Michael for resubscribing. Smiley Tom for the bits and the bad jokes. Trent and Nico for doing no moderation whatsoever. I'll be back tomorrow night with Trenty. Until then, if you have been, Bedo. Thanks very much for watching.